Where did Qué Tenemos Aquí came from?
Well, first of all, Qué Tenemos Aquí, I coined the words, I extracted them from the few words that Manuel Iglesia gave me as the first few lines. I and honestly, I love the sound of it, but I had to look it up in Google Translate to know what it meant. And when I found out what it meant, I thought it was perfect. I ran it by Manuel, and he thought, yeah, that's a great title. Let's do that. And then I love the fact that it's "Qué Tenemos Aquí," a love poem to Nosara, or in Espanol. So yeah, and I think the idea was to expand from the few words that Manuel gave us. And I'm a kind of an idea guy, so I thought, well, why don't we create a program where people who have never written poetry before can actually come and string words together under the guidance of Manuel. And wouldn't it be great if we had people coming and dance on these words? And if they're going to be dancing, might as well have music. And so that's where you came in. I don't know what came to your mind when we said, okay, we're doing this thing.
Well, I was excited about just unifying artists, just seeing like what can we do together with poetry, dance, and music. It felt like an interesting opportunity to collaborate, and in the journey of creating all of this, it kind of took its own life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the idea of recording it as an album, well, for me it was funny, like how enthusiastic you were about that Nosara song, because for me it was a very simple song. Like when I was thinking of making the music, I was just like, all right, what can we do that everyone can play? So we were just doing like C major and F, like a very simple transition,
Yeah,
and then it
but it's
evolved
so
into all of
powerful.
this. Yeah, it's so powerful that it got us into 60 hours here at Harmony
Right,
Studios, and
right.
yeah,
A
how
little
did
more
that
than we
feel?
expected.
Yeah, what did you expect it?
Well, I've never recorded an album before, so I didn't really. When I think we with Alejandro, I thought this would be wrapped up in 2 weeks. Here we are. I think week 12, and you're still adding,
Yeah,
stuff. So no, I mean, honestly, I think for me the experience, the day you brought the voices in, I can't remember the name of the lady who first came and sang on the is it the Misterio, the one with the Spanish
Delfina.
chord, Delfina, when she came in,
Mm-hmm.
and I was standing behind the console there, and we were playing this thing, and the minute she started singing, the hair on my arm was like, oh my God, this is where I realized what was going on. It's like the richness of the layer of all the basic work that we had done, which was very simple, and now we're starting to add depth,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then these ladies kept coming in with more voices and more voices, and of course, I love music, so um, it's I have said this not too long. I think I said it to you in my 40 plus year career as a designer. I've done amazing work. I've been very, very lucky. I had an amazing team. We've done some big projects. This project will stand as one of the project that gave me one of the greatest satisfaction. Um, so it's a life. This has been a life experience. It's more than a project, and so I think you and I are talking, and for most people involved with the project, we're all going like, okay, what's next? you know, okay, we're doing the album now, which will be, I'm assuming, out
It's gonna be
soon.
out soon. Yeah, and that's something that for me is very interesting. That we recorded over 40 people. That's like,
That's crazy.
yeah, and just having the opportunity to just like bring the locals, bring like international, very well-known
Which
artists.
which is my thing with NOCA. You got to bring the international and the local flavor, together. This cross-cultural collaboration is well, it's the foundation of NOCA, so it's important. So whatever we do, even like here, and you're right, I've seen 40 people coming through here. I'm going like, what are they doing here? Who are these people? I thought they were just coming in to say hi, give you a hug, and leave. But no, they all pulled out another instrument or
Well,
another voice.
That's
Or,
the exciting thing about this album. I feel like we have ocarinas, we have violins, we have the local instruments of the ancestors, quijongos, like electronically
yeah,
modified by Ale.
yeah,
And like, yeah, we have you in the keys. So
yeah.
yeah, it's very,
Remarkably,
yeah. And I think that's the richness of this project, like the biodiversity. We were just
yeah.
talking about how many flavors, how many textures, from the nature of the listening planet to like weird synths that Ale
Yeah,
adds.
Ali's work was
So
added so much also, and
yeah,
Chad was amazing, and Rich,
yeah, no, so
bringing
many.
Rich in for me was like really, really special because I see him as sort of, you know, one of the hearts of Nosara. Like he's so genuine, and he loved this community. So to have him here, riffing on his little
Yeah,
on his bass
yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, I think it was like a clash of like the drum circle and all these
Mm-hmm.
creative ideas that we have had since the end of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
They suddenly crashed all here and it became this album. It's like we made a smoothie of.
Didn't we have? I think we had some of our dancers came to play
Mm-hmm,
instruments,
mm-hmm.
right? I think
Yeah,
Irene
yeah.
came, and
Irene
Hazel
and
came to lend his voice.
yeah, well, that's the
Nikki,
other thing. We have like 8 different poets. The whole album is in English, Spanish. It's instrumental and it's also telling the story of this land. So it's like I loved it that we had the opportunity to make it into 2 different
it's funny
worlds.
because I see Qué Tenemos Aquí, the album, a little bit. This is gonna be like a crazy thought, but one of my favorite album of all time was Dark Side of the Moon, and I've listened to so many documentaries and where the guys talk like this is one. If it may be the first concept album where you listen to Dark Side of the Moon from the beginning all the way to the end. It's a story. And Qué Tenemos Aquí, in my mind, is a concept album where you should be sitting down. You're going to turn it on, and then you should be listening to the whole thing,
Mm,
to the last note
I love it.
vibrating.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And for me, honestly, has challenged me because I'm like a single kind of guy in terms of like making one song, and then suddenly making a whole album with so many people.
That links to one another, that blends to one
Wow,
another.
wow. But we did it, and that's what's really magical. Like, I think we entered with a few ideas, and then everyone added their own layer of it, and we just kind of like put that puzzle together.
When was your turning point with the album? When was there a moment where you felt this is really special?
I think what was really special, well, one was the choir, like having like 20 people in this small place was like, wow, we're really getting the juice
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
also having like friends from university to like, I don't know, Rafa Martinez, like some amazing drummers here.
Mm.
Like, it was like a very profound easiness in the project. It was like everyone, I said like, hey, we're going to the studio, we're recording something like this album, but not everyone was such an easy yes. And I feel Ale was like, oh, another person. And he was like, bro, we have to stop adding people. And suddenly we had like 60 layers of sounds in each song, and it's like, it's a lot. So that's why we ended up like sitting here for hours
You
and
know,
hours.
I'd like to give major credit to Alejandro here. he's not in front of the camera, he's behind the camera. But now I understand when you have, like you say, like 60 layers, then you have to like manage the 60 layers in terms of what goes up and what goes down, what goes behind, what goes at the front, and it's such an art because I've heard the cuts through the whole thing, and it's amazing the progression and the art of sound editing. And now I never listen to music the same way. It's incredible. I listen to a song and now I go to like, oh, more, now I know what's involved in doing these things. They just don't get into a studio and just, do it. The guy behind the console does a lot of the work
and the
there.
camera.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful because he has so much patience because I am a perfectionist in general, and we somehow, I think the magic of this album is that we got to professionalize the music of Nosara somehow. It's like I feel there's a lot of amazing artists and everyone is doing their gigs here and there, but I feel like this is a rare chance that where a lot of us got together into making like a really high quality production. In this random beach area of Costa Rica, I feel like we're really like pulling a gem.
As you say this, I'm looking around and I do want to mention that we're sitting in the Harmony recording studio, who are basically co-producing this, with us, and they've been such supporters of the project. And anyway, we're extremely thankful for the space, and for, as you say, for this small town to have this, is incredible. I know a lot of artists love coming in here and record. So kudos to Harmony Projects and Harmony Recording Studio for making this happen. This is really about art. And
when you're talking about turning points, one of those was like, for example, when Kendall was coming, the violin player, she was like, wow, this is my first time recording in a studio. And just giving that opportunity to make being part of such a grandiose production, like from the beginning, I think it's like really special. Like, it's kind of like, I feel we're giving an opportunity to many people that I wish I had, which is, it makes me feel very like in peace with the project. I feel it has like sometimes, like today we woke up like at 6:30 and like, oh, let's go to the studio. Sometimes it feels like that. But then like wrapping it up, listening to everything that we have created, it really is, it's like the conclusion of a lot of love. Like a lot of people just wanting to create something beautiful. I think we're doing it. So thanks also for like being the idea guy, because like I have tons of ideas and I haven't done this as we did it. So
I think it was in October where we said let's record this, and then we were in here in November recording. So also have to be a little bit careful about if you put an idea in my mind, then it's like, okay, we're gonna do it.
Well, talking about ideas, what's the next idea?
Well, you and I have talked about that a little bit, and I'm at first I was like, how can you, it's like having a first child.
Right.
And you love this child so much, you never think you can love another child as much. I'm talking to you as a father here.
Yeah.
And somehow the second child comes along, and the second child grabs you by the face and says, I love you so much. And it goes straight to your heart. And there's a lot of room, in this heart for a lot of things. So Qué Tenemos Aquí, a love poem to Nosara, was kind of a general idea, right? We we said, let's show our love to Nosara. Let's tell people about how this place came to be. You and I have talked about now maybe focusing on certain areas, of this. And I love the idea. I've always wanted, to celebrate to a greater extent the indigenous roots of this area. And I don't know much about the Chorotegas. I know a little, and I certainly know enough to know how rich that culture is, from so many perspectives. And so I think that, without saying that we would necessarily focus singularly on the Chorotegas, to go back to the roots of Nosara and celebrate, the indigenous culture, the beats, the instruments, the music. But beyond that, there would be another performance. And if I look at the Chorotegas masks, for instance, there's so much color. If you look at the art, the poetry, the music, the stories that the elders have, it's so deep that I think we don't know what we're going to do with it. But we've talked about it, and I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
I just talked with a friend of the Nosara community, Pablo, and I told him, like, hey, would you come to the studio? Because what I realized in this project was, like, sometimes the locals, like Nosareños and Chorotegas, are like a bit intimidated by all these mics and cameras and quiet places. But having the opportunity to bring in them to these experiences, like in a safe space, feels like so important to me. Also, like, in a way that they can feel free creatively. I think that would be amazing. And yeah, I just wanted to say that this studio experience is so magical, because it's like, I'm coming out with my coffee in a wine glass to the beach, taking a break from like creating too much. It's like, oh no, it's too much magic. I need to like go to the sunset for a moment. So I just want to give thanks to Harmony for lending us this space, because that's been really special. And yeah, just like seeing something that for me has been a whole journey, which affects a lot of this album of Qué Tenemos Aquí, is like, what is Costa Rican music? And many people don't know, like, and even as a Costa
Even from
Rican,
here.
yeah, like we have an idea, but it's not like super clear. So having an opportunity to give clarity, to say like, hey, this is the music of Nosara, this is the music of Guanacaste, can be like a really nice opportunity.
And we had talked about bringing some of those sort of deep cultural sound and rhythm. I remember way back when, almost a year ago, you made me discover, and of course I won't remember the name of the...
like Max Goldenberg,
Voila.
Guadalupe Urbina.
That guy, exactly.
Yeah.
Which I've been listening to now, and I go like, okay, like now's the time, maybe now that we go to these, people and say, look, we have this project. We want you to be part of that. We'll go get them in Owancha or Nicoya, or, we'll force them. We'll force them into the studio. But Max has recorded before, so he's a pro.
Hopefully
so.
you come, Max, if you're listening to this.
Yeah, Max, we want you here, please.
But anyway, final words. What's your conclusion?
Oh, I'm so thankful. I am so thankful. When you get to be my age, a little older than you, and and you get to work with the depth, the richness, and the spirit of a community like Nosara. Now we're going to give like a big boost to the tourism, because people are going to go, oh, we need to go there. We need to go see Qué Tenemos Aquí. But no, I mean, my final words are, well, thank you. Thank you to everyone that participated, the 40 plus artists, that allowed us to create, really a special thing. And I'm going to thank the one who are just about to join us on the journey. We're coming for you. And yeah, how rich. It's so, it's here. How about you? Your final words.
Well, I would like to invite people to listen to the album.
How about we? That's a good idea. We need to
And
promote that.
yeah, that's not my forte, so that's kind of why we're doing this video. Like, I have a hard time.
Neither is mine. So.
But yeah, I just wanna give a shout out to Stefan Kuhn and Leo Ureña that make the cover arts, which I also think is like
I
a
keep forgetting.
really
And
cool thing.
Stefan is such an amazing artist. Stefan Kuhn, look him up.
Yeah, like for me, the idea of like what else can we make? It's like I've been dreaming like directing orchestras, and I feel like this is like our own unique way of doing it somehow. So yeah, like personally, I wanna keep doing this. I wanna keep having this space, keep creating, keep bringing like all of our communities into art, into something that we all are proud of. And yeah, deep gratefulness. Like
No, it's interesting because like if I parallel this project with the student program, which has been now in its 5th year and evolves every year. This year there was a big evolution with our student program, which was highly successful. And at first I wasn't sure that Qué Tenemos Aquí had more. I thought, okay, we're gonna do the dance, do the performance, and we'll move on to something else. And your spirit was like, okay, well, what do we do next? Like, it's got to keep going. And it certainly has forced me to imagine what could be next. And I'm honestly, I'm super excited. I think there's a lot more work
yeah.
coming.
Well,
There's a lot more work coming.
Yeah, after doing this, people were like, "Oh, can I
That's my
record?"
shout out to our donors
Yeah,
and
thanks,
the
donors.
donors, because honestly, we could not do this if it wasn't for the friends of NOCA who so graciously, support us. Some are here in Nosara, and many are not here. Many are, in our community up in Canada and in the US. And they just love the spirit of what we do, and they believe in what we do. So I'm extremely thankful for the support we get.
Yeah, same, because most of the music I recorded was in my house with my mic, and there were like cars passing through. I had to stop it. So like having the opportunity to have like a proper sound engineer, a proper studio, is like such a blessing. So really
Yeah, yeah.
keep
And
investing in these things, people. We, as an artist, like it's such
you're an example of the spirit that we NOCA want to support, because every Friday night you bring the community together on the beach with your drum circle, and you lay out all your fun stuff right there on the blanket for all. You've got young children in diapers, and you've got the grandmother, playing something. So that is the essence of what we're trying to do.
Well, I have to say, like having the drum circle, it's like drums break, and my house is full of sand after, and I don't have a car, so I'm always looking for a ride. But then you said like you were gonna support it, and just that like little like $20 to have a tuk-tuk and have like someone to help me clean the house has been so helpful. So yeah,
And
really
repair.
grateful.
I know one of the drummers was broken.
So many.
So I'm expecting an email or a note from you going like, I need to repair that drum.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this and you want to support the drum circles, like we need some money, some new drums. But anyway, just want to give thanks to you for believing in me also.
It's a real pleasure.
Let's keep going. Gracias, man.
Yeah.